martial law is coming in hot. This morning, President Trump told a room packed with generals that America is facing a war from within. He wasn't talking about a foreign enemy. He was talking about our own cities. Trump named places like San Francisco, Chicago, New York, and LA as training grounds for U.S. troops. And here's the kicker. Troops are already on the ground in at least 5 major cities: Memphis, Chicago, Washington, D.C., Portland, and Los Angeles. The president said we're under invasion from within. No different than fighting a foreign war, except this enemy doesn't wear a uniform. His defense secretary backed him up, calling for looser rules of engagement and untying the hands of soldiers here at home. Critics say this crosses into dangerous territory that blurs the line between military and law enforcement and risks putting American troops directly against American citizens. One thing is certain. The United States military is no longer just preparing for war overseas. It's being positioned for war on U.S. soil. I've been trying to prepare you for this since 2023. I told you it was coming. I will get some new videos together as soon as possible. Stay sharp, stay aware, because what comes next may change everything. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and be sure you follow for more.
So, let's talk about something. 65% of Americans are flat broke right now. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They can't afford rent. They can't afford groceries. They can't afford to do any extracurricular activities. They can't afford to go to a Six Flags. They can't afford to go to a water park. They can't even afford to barely leave the house and pay for the gas it would take to go to the places that they want to go to. Most Americans are working 40, 50, 60 hours a week to bring home a paycheck that instantaneously goes to rent, car payments, insurance, taxes, food, clothes, necessities, instantly gone. You make an $800 paycheck, gone. That's one car payment. You make an $800 paycheck the next week, gone. You got half of your rent paid. The next week, you pay the other half of your rent. The following week, you have $800 left over. Out of the 4 weeks you work, if you were making $800 a week, you have $800 left over. But I didn't account for groceries for the last 3 weeks. I didn't account for gas for the last 3 weeks to get to work. I didn't account for your electric bill. I didn't account for your heat bill. I didn't account for your water bill. I didn't account for anything else. $800 a week, I'm going to break this down for you, is $25 an hour at 40 hours a week after taxes. $25 an hour used to be a wage you could buy a home on. $25 an hour now, you can barely afford to squeak by. In fact, in most cases, you're not getting by. You're just simply putting the bigger expenses on credit cards and making small payments towards those. This is the new America. This is the new world we live in. AI will take over most jobs. Whether you guys want to listen to me or not, it will be taking over most jobs. You'll no longer call a support center and have a person. It'll be a robot. You'll never call, customer service again and have a person. It'll be a robot. You'll go to Wendy's and a McDonald's, and you'll go to, Dunkin' Donuts, and it'll be a robot that takes your order. There'll be 2 workers in the back making your order, chefing it up. Then they'll hand it to you. They won't have to be on a microphone taking your order. AI won't make mistakes. This is the new world we're in right now. This is it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I was growing up, I watched this really crazy movie actually about AI. It was called Terminator, and we saw how the world ended with that one. So, I don't even know what to think anymore. I mean, nobody can afford to do a fucking thing. And you got all these millionaires and all these course kids in Miami. Oh, I drive a Lamborghini. I do. I'm going to break that shit down for you really quick in the next video, so you might want to watch that. What's up, TikTok? So, can we talk about our healthcare system in America? Can we talk about how absolutely bogusly stupid our healthcare system is in America? Okay, right? Now, hear me out. 22 years old, right? So, at 21, I was in a jet ski accident, okay, which broke these 2 teeth, okay? So, my front and the side, right? Broke those 2 teeth, okay? I got them replaced for $0. My insurance covered it, okay? I have good insurance, really good insurance, covered it, no problem at all, okay? Boom, 21 hits, boom, cool. Now I'm 22. About 2-3 months ago, I got in a bit of a scuffle, okay, and got my tooth knocked out. I went to go to the dentist, okay? I'm like, hey, can you just repair it, put a crown on it, whatever. Dentist goes, yeah, no problem. Boom. Let me just put this through to your insurance or whatever they do, right? Comes back, he goes, sorry, you no longer meet the requirements age-wise, so we can't do it for free. It'll cost you $2,000 to get that fixed. Out of pocket. Now, I said, okay, I have insurance, though. Yeah, your insurance isn't willing to cover it because you're over 21. I'm over 21, you're no longer willing to cover a tooth getting fixed? So what do I pay taxes for then? Right? What do I pay taxes for? What do I pay insurance for? What do I have insurance for? If I'm gonna have to pay out of fucking pocket for everything, right? So what's the point? What is the fucking point? Right? And you know what the crazy part is for me? You know what the wild part is? Is a cap, right, would probably cost like $60 to $100, right? Just for the dentist time and the material needed, okay? Maybe $200. But nowadays, the dentist, knowing damn well they'd rather get the insurance money, they're gonna upcharge the shit out of everything. It's the same with doctors. It's the same with everything nowadays. Everybody is taking advantage of the factor that things are going through the roof price-wise. And it is fucking bullshit. It used to be love thy neighbor, help thy neighbor. We don't help nobody anymore. Now it's how can I fuck thy neighbor as much as humanly possible? I don't understand it. Now, there was a term that my stepdad used a long fucking time ago. And he used to tell me this term, and it isn't until I am at the right age of 22 where I finally understand it. It is hooray for me and fuck you. Now, I never understood that term. But now that I've been in this world, as long as I have, I'm noticing people every single day that are showing me that exact term. You have people on the road cutting you off, and they're like, hooray for me, fuck you, I don't give a shit about your life, I don't care what you're doing. Hooray for me, I own a big fancy fucking house and you sleep on the streets, don't care. Like, this is what we are living in right now in America. And I don't understand what it's going to take to heal it, but honestly, I'm starting to lose all hope.